Flippin' got the hint rock in it. If anybody asks you about that boy flippin', tell them it wasn't Rick, yo fake nasty didn't like. Hey, don't stop. Hey, don't stop. Hey, one shot for my niggas, you don't.
Out of respect, I had to let that play, y'all.
For my niggas, you don't.
We're live. Welcome to Chris Sees the Internet. I'm here right now. Believe it's live, by the way. Believe it's live. I'm unmuting Mike Mackey as we speak. Give it a second.
What's up, y'all?
There he is. He's
There
in the
I
house.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Chris Sees the Internet. I'm Mike Mackey.
Yes, sir. Yo, we got producer Eddie with us in the house today.
What up, everybody?
Manning the boards. Yo, that was a little bit of 18 Scales. If you guys don't know who that is, go check out 18 Scales.
Yeah, super dope.
Yep. You can always go over to PlatformCollection.com, though, and just type in 18 Scales, and that'll bring up all that goodness. So, guys, this is our second episode. Me and Mike had an amazing time the first time around.
Yeah, it was so fun.
It was super dope. I think that one of the cool things was that we found out we didn't even really know what the show was going to be when we started. Right?
Yeah.
We just kind of knew, like, all right, we're going to respond to the internet a little bit and shoot from the hip. It's kind of like, it's kind of what we do already when we hang out, right? We're just kind of usually trying to make each other laugh or, like, talk shit or go deep down a rabbit hole that we shouldn't go down. And that just worked really well with, this is the way I see it now. Mike, it just hit me right now. What we are is a prop show. We're like the modern day Carrot Top. Like,
oh man, yeah.
Like the internet is there are props, right?
Yeah.
And we just bring them out and we shoot from the hip.
That's awesome.
Oh, sweet, man. This as a comedian, that's the best we can do. Paul.
That's the best we can do, right?
Yeah, that's the best we can do.
Shout out to buff ass Carrot Top.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Dude.
So it took us down a deep rabbit hole, man. The internet took us on a ride last time. I think that was
this last time, right?
Enjoyable, yeah.
Yeah, dude. I definitely got off the show going like, damn, there's so much I still wanted to talk about. You know what I mean? There were so many things that I wanted to say still. But I realized that, and this is what we've also kind of become, because don't get it twisted. Me and Mike are going to occasionally talk about some serious things, depending on what's going on in the world, really. We're just responding to whatever is on the internet at the time. But for the most part, this is like, I get most of my news from the internet. Do you?
Oh, yeah. I'm a big news junkie.
Yeah, so I get most of my news from the internet, and most of it, I can tell you the first time I hear about a story break, it's usually through Twitter for me. That's usually how I get it. And then I've come to realize that Twitter breaks stories before everybody. So I usually can get ahead of the story, and that's how I get my news. How do you go about getting like your daily news?
I agree. Twitter. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me see who this dude is. Oh, yeah. Wow. I thought I might have lost this dude to the Mandela effect. You know what I mean? Like,
I always confuse the two, man.
Doesn't he feel like he would be like a Mandela effect story or something like that?
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's real. Like it almost seems like it's an implanted memory on
what did he
consciousness.
What did he do?
From my recollection, I believe he was a comedian, or he might have been a musician. And it was I know he was really big in Australia or maybe New Zealand. But I just I vaguely remember the movie being absolutely like a staple on every kid's watch. Everybody was watching that movie during the 80s.
Yeah, I feel like I saw it. I don't remember though. What was the movie about? What's the premise of this movie?
I think he was like a country bumpkin or something, and he could play the guitar, and that was his his shot to fame, was that he was this backwards
we were dumb
dude
in the 80s.
That was a long time ago. I haven't seen the movie in quite a while.
That's so weird how like I'm looking at it, right?
Yeah.
And like if I just saw that today, if that came out today, I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, it doesn't, like, you know what I mean? Like, socially, I'm so removed from, like, the visual.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now that it doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know what's funny about it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh, I think it was a comedian or.
I vaguely remember stuff about it, but I always get them confused. I haven't seen Yahoo Serious in probably 25 years, but for some reason, him and Carrot Top don't let me be a witness on the stand because
You might get Carrot Top might die that day. Hey, so have you seen this free Britney Spears thing going around?
No, what is free Britney Spears? I wanted to be
Yeah, so
explain to me.
apparently she signed a conservatorship. You know what that is, Eddie? A conservatorship?
Yes.
Okay, so like she signed a conservatorship, and she's never been deemed legally able to get out of that conservatorship. And she signed it somewhere like right around the bald-headed Britney. Remember bald-headed Britney? Do you remember that?
I
Mike?
do.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bald-headed.
Yeah, I think I'm aware of how this story's gonna play out. So I assume they want Britney to break the legal binding contract of conservatorship.
No, it goes way deeper. Obviously, we go way deeper than that one.
Was she
Apparently,
taken advantage of? As
no.
Yes,
Yes on all fronts. But
that's to be
where the movie gets good, Eddie,
Yes.
is apparently she's been sending messages through her Instagram. Like, she'll do dance videos, and like people in the chat will say when she's doing live, like, hey, on your next picture, wear I don't know, a pink bathing suit if you need help. And then she'll fucking put the picture up and it'll be like a pink bathing suit, and there's like a series of this shit. So it's become like this huge like phenomenon now that people are like, yo, Britney is being held hostage and we need to break her out. Don't laugh, man. Britney Spears, she could need our help right now. She's
being forced to indentured servitude. She's locked up in some hotel just getting.
I mean, she could be. I'm not saying that she absolutely is doing that, but I'm just saying, like, I just think that look, hold up. Let's ask a higher authority like we always do. We'll ask Twitter.
Oh, okay.
So, okay, free Brit. Oh, it's already pops up right away. Free Britney Spears. We're gonna go with that. Okay, a video from Hub for the Heart. Lets me see Britney's father for what he really is. Okay, see, there's people making videos about it. Look at Free Britney and conservatorship.
Wow. See, I think you can make the argument that when she essentially deemed her father the conservator of her estate, she might not have been in the right mind. You know, they have certain laws like that, especially for the elderly, right? So like people don't talk their elderly great grandmother into signing over millions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they could have a case essentially in that regard, but it seems to me that, you know, her lavish luxury lifestyle contradicts her, you know, statements of indentured servitude.
Okay, but okay, I hear you. But let me say this, sir. I think that quite possibly she is just being it's like if you have your crazy
quirky,
if you had
quirky again?
Okay, hold up. I gotta bring that up right now.
It's misconstrued, like they kind of.
I'm gonna show you, and you make Britney Spears voice. Watch this. This is where it started getting people kind of worried. Here we go. Oh, are you going to even be able to hear this? I don't even know if you're going to be able to hear this. No, that's not it. There's a video going around where it was on her Instagram. Let's see, Britney Spears' little girl voice. How about that? Little girl.
Man, maybe she is crazy.
Oh, yeah, little girl voice. People have obviously been searching it.
Let's just say these are risky searches.
Wow.
Yeah, these are risky. I'm going to erase this search as soon as we're done. Oh my God, what's wrong with Britney Spears?
Asking me a lot of questions during my comments. I listened, and so now I'm going to answer all of your questions.
I'm somewhat
The first
familiar
question
with
that
what
you
you're
may be
saying.
asking me
I
is
think
what
I
my
remember
favorite
seeing this.
song is. My
Like her
favorite
voice,
song
she
is
alters it,
Toxic,
so she
but I
gives
again
herself
have
this
no
kind of
idea what my
Little
favorite
girl
song
whiny,
voice.
like a whiny, nasally voice.
Yes.
I believe I saw a video with a speechologist, or a linguist, I think.
Look at this girl, dude. Come on,
Oh my
bro.
goodness. Yeah, you
I think she's 40. Isn't she? She's like 4. Like she's close
she's
to it, right?
older. Yeah, she's old. She's like 45, maybe.
Okay.
She's in great shape, and she looks pretty good for her age.
I agree. She's a beautiful woman. I'm saying she's probably a very nice person.
Could
Is
she
she
be in-
stable though?
No.
No. See,
Oh,
Eddie,
no.
producer
No
Eddie says
way,
right
no
off the bat,
way.
no way.
I don't think she's stable either.
No.
But I mean, she could be raising awareness to the fact that she's so unstable, yet she has a conservator of her estate. So it just shows you, like, in that regard, that type of relationship could be predatory, especially from her parent. Because
Absolutely.
they had to pass laws for child parent, entertainers in, you being their guardians and stuff like that, as far as all the royalties and all that kind of stuff they would get. So you could raise the argument that her father could be somewhat exploiting that, and that she's.
I agree. So you're with me then. We need to save
her. I mean, I think she has enough resources right now
What?
to save herself.
Eddie, you don't think Eddie, we could Chris sees the internet, saves Britney Spears. Wow.
I mean,
she could be our first guest.
Oh man,
okay,
that's
I'm on board then. If she's legitimately slave. Well, honestly, think about it now, right? She has that song "Slave for You."
Yeah.
Could have been a lot deeper than that.
What if
Could've
it
been
was
a lot
way deeper?
that-
Right,
Oh.
right.
Yeah.
Now you're catching
so that's
up,
getting
bro.
more into that story.
Now you're
Oh.
look. Her life has been so overprotected. Free Britney. Let's see. Oops, shave my head again. Also, that reminds me, we need to liberate comrade Britney. All right. I mean,
Remember
they're
that
out there. I mean,
dude?
people are
Leave Britney
passionate.
alone. Remember that guy?
Oh
Leave
yeah,
Britney alone.
yeah. We should have left her alone, and now she's back. Free Britney
honestly,
movement. Look at
Wow,
Wow.
there's a
bad for her
billboard.
because
Look at this. Look at this.
oh my goodness.
I'm telling you, it's a real thing. It's
Yeah.
happening.
I mean, her
We need to help
popularity.
Britney Spears
Mm.
immediately. I also feel like if Mackie doesn't help us help Britney Spears,
Man.
then we know he works for the man.
Oh.
You know what I mean? We don't know. What if Britney Spears is the next leader of the revolution? This whole time she was just like this super genius, and they said, we need to put a cork in that bitch.
Oops, I did it again.
Oops, I did it again.
I
I would just like to say this right now.
think that-
I understand that you guys. I gotta speak. I can't speak for you guys. I speak for myself. These comments have nothing to do with Chris Sees the Internet as a show. However, me as Kelsey Ray, Christopher Reyes, I say free Britney Spears. I stand with Britney in solidarity, and I'm here if you need me. In fact, Britney, I'm going to tell you right now, if you need my help, next time you're on Instagram, do a little like, you know what I mean? Like, and I'll know it's time to go in Delta Force on that.
Yes.
So just
Okay.
her being normal.
What, Eddie? I don't appreciate. Whatever, man.
Yes.
Either way, free
No,
Britney. Look out for her.
Subtle signs. So she can give us a signal.
Any
We know it's go
signal.
time. We know it's go time.
Yep, and we're ready. We're ready. I started working out, Mike.
We're gonna liberate Britney Spears. Okay?
Yeah, I started working out. I'm ready to go. I think that it's give me a month.
You wanna play capture the flag.
Plus, there's a lot of intel. There's a lot of intel we got to do. We got to figure out how she moves, where they keep her, what's the combination on the dungeon. Like we need all that stuff. So if you're out there, if you work in Secret Services, or maybe you were airborne in the Marines or something. Yeah, whatever. You guys.
I'm gonna learn Zumba.
Help
man.
us out.
Send me your location.
Send us. Yeah. We need a GPS guy. We need like a little guy who does flips and stuff. We need one of those guys. We need a really big guy who carries a gun that's just absurdly big.
Yeah.
We need that guy.
An old veteran.
An
who's coming
old
out of
veteran, right?
retirement.
That
Oh.
lays
Coming
out the
retirement.
map. He lays
Yeah.
out the map, and then we know where to go. What's this? What do we have here, dude? At the cutting edge of impossible, a tribute to Vladimir Demikov. Okay, Eddie, let me ask you this. Have you seen the list, by the way? By the way, people, we prepared for the show. We're professional.
Oh yeah.
We prepare. We've been preparing all week for this show. We have a list of topics that we feel